What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York back at the Gramercy Theater, and we return today with the one and only Max Cavalera.
How you doing, my friend?
It's great to have you back.
Good to be back.
Yeah, the last time you came here, you were playing Nail Bomb Point Blank in its entirety, and then before that, you were playing Roots. How does it feel now to kind of go back and just playing Soulfly material?
It's really energizing. It's funny. Like I didn't knew what to expect because we haven't really hit the Soulfly set in a while. And the first night, it really made me realize how special Soulfly is, man. You know, like those songs, they hit home. And especially now, it's 20 years from Soulfly 1. Like when we play Tribe and No Hope, No Fear and Eye for an Eye, you can feel in the people's reaction that they've been with this for the whole journey of it, you know. And we had a couple really cool, playing a lot of stuff out of Dark Ages, man, which is cool, like Front Lines and Babylon, you know, Carve Inside. There's a little bit of stuff from Prophecy. It's a mix of, we try to play a little bit of everything. I think we left some stuff out that we haven't not played yet, but it's a really good feeling. And it's a great tour because I think it's a cool package. Nio is amazing. You know, it's a great band, and Soulfly, we're getting ready for our next record. But it was fun, man. Like the two shows that we did last night, we played Baltimore. We had the guys from Pig Destroyer and Misery Index there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we ended up doing Slave New World together because they're huge fans, and I couldn't pass that up, that opportunity. So we had, Mark and John and Adam, like all join in, and we did Slave New World, and it was a blast. It was awesome.
That's incredible. Now, one question I wanted to ask you is because the last time we spoke, you said with the new Soulfly record, you wanted to bring back some of the tribal stuff. Yeah. And after like 2.5 years or so of playing Roots in its entirety, which to me is the epitome of a tribal record, did that kind of rekindle your love for the tribal elements and made you want to incorporate that into Soulfly?
Yeah, I think a little bit, but also we in the studio, we were jamming a lot of the early, especially Soulfly 1. We listened to the record over and over, trying to figure out why that record was so special and why it was so magical, And Josh Wilbur was the producer, and he was like, I want a tribal fucking song. I want a tribal song. And so I worked really hard to make, like, the best tribal song. And I think we got it, man. There's a song called Ritual. Might be the first track of the record. It's amazing, amazing percussion, heavy, tribal. I've been kind of jokingly nicknaming the record Tribal Death Trash, just because it has all these sounds.
That should be the name of the record,
right? It's cool enough, but it's like it's full of that tribal stuff. I record with the Navajo Indians, which was amazing. I went to like Tuba City and record with the Indians there. It was like such a cool experience because we were there a couple months ago. There was a ritual and where they blessed my whole family, and they had all the dancers and all the chants and everything. And I was like, man, this thing is awesome. I gotta get this on the record. So we know the president, and we know a lot of the people that work there. We played there a couple times, so we made the arrangements to go record with them. And I found some really good singers, and we did like a powwow. And I'm in the middle recording with my $5 Radio Shack microphone. Josh almost had a heart attack. Like, what'd you record it on? I was like, well, I only had a Radio Shack $5 microphone. No, what? But it came out
If
great.
it sounds good, who cares?
Yeah. I was like, at that point, I could use a phone even, man, this day and age, But, and I also was really intrigued. There's a story about a Navajo murder that really hit home with me because I like a lot of this kind of political songs since the Sepultura days of stuff like Manifest and Kaiovas, So we wrote a song. I don't have a title for it yet, but it's about like a murder that happened in Winslow, which is like in Arizona, in a tribal land. And this girl was murdered by the cop. The cop was a total Nazi asshole, and it's a crazy story, man. It's like really, really hard. So we wrote a real heavy song, and we used some of the Navajo chants on that song too. So I'm really excited for this Soulfly record. I don't think I've been that excited for a Soulfly record in a while like this, because we have all the elements back, and it's still very heavy. Continuing the stuff I did with Psychosis and Archangel, like there's plenty of all that. but with the tribal on top of it, which is great.
And it's so experimental. It almost seems like there's so much flexibility to bring in some new stuff here and there, right?
Yeah, yeah, and we have some cool guests which I'm not developing yet.
You'll tell me when I stop
That's
rolling.
it. That's it. The album cover is great. It's been painted by Eliran Cantor, the same guy that did Archangel.
Oh, that was an awesome cover.
Yeah, the new one is really cool too. You know, it got all these crazy elements like, there's a bunch of like fortresses in the back and some crazy prehistoric monster coming out, some shit like that. It's cool. I love details like covers with detail. That's why I told you like. Paint a cover that I can spend hours looking at all the details, you know.
Well, the artistic direction I've always liked, because I know that Paul Booth directed or made the last Cavalera Conspiracy.
Spectral War, yeah.
Yeah, which was awesome. And kind of like what I was always curious about is through all of Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy and Killer Be Killed, collaborating with members of Mastodon and, you know, having Logan Mader originally in Soulfly and, you know, all the Tony Campos playing with you. With all the members that you've worked with, did that help bring in newer styles and newer additions to your music as well?
For sure. It's always like, I don't think you can never learn everything. There's always something new to learn, and you learn by jamming with people, and you learn by human contact, which is the great. You know, like we just had a Killer BQ practice in Arizona like a week ago. And it was the coolest thing because we talk about that. We say, yeah, we could have just done, everybody could be at home and record their parts and send it over, but doesn't have the human contact that you're in the same room creating the stuff. So when we're doing that, Troy came up with some amazing bass stuff that I was like, yeah, we gotta use that, you know. And Greg had some really cool ideas, some riffs, and I had like 1,000 riffs in my machine. Like, let's just grab whatever riff, and we had band from Converge playing drums, and it was a blast. We had like 4 days of jamming, new stuff that it turned into like 8 songs, which are already gonna be part of the next record whenever we do that, you know. But yeah, it's the human contact. It's the
technology
the conversation. Nothing can beat that, man. You know, like nothing can replace that. And that's like you only learn that by doing it. It's like a trial and error kind of thing, you know. And I don't know everything. I'm always learning. I'm always checking it out. You know, that's why I like to watch bands play. I watched the Misery Index last night. It was amazing, and Nio is great. You know, like it's always cool to experience that, and then get to work with people is the best part for me. As a fan of metal, because I'm a fan of metal before I'm, you know, like people, you know, Max, great veteran, legend, blah blah blah, you know. But in the end of the day, I'm a metalhead for life, and I get to work with all my idols, no matter of how big they are. That doesn't matter to me, you know. Like I get super excited. I was so stoked, like when we recorded with Todd from Nails, which is like a lot of people didn't even know Nails, you know. But
we just interviewed their drummer.
I was like, yes, I got a song with Todd, fucking great, you know. I get super pumped for stuff like that. I just get super excited, and or doing jam sessions like last night with the Misery Index and Big Destroyer guys. Fucking made my night, man. It's fucking great. I love being a metalhead and being involved with metal stuff. Like the Nail Bomb was great.
Yeah, that was underground. Like you brought out bands like Today Is the Day and Noisem and Lodi Kong, and now you're here with like a death metal legacy band with Nile.
Yeah, it's great. I love these packages, man. I think we need more of that, and I'm gonna definitely keep doing that because I think that's great. It's good for everybody. And I was talking to Carl yesterday, and you know, he said that they changed their set a little bit to fit a little bit with the Soulfly crowd. You know, I thought that was kind of cool. Like that's cool, man. You know, like you know, just kind of like, and it's good for both of us. You know, it's good for them to they'll probably turn some Soulfly fans into Nile and the heavier stuff, and you know, and we get to, you know. Probably show some Nile fans a little bit of a different way of doing metal. That's kind of like the Soulfly way, which is we're not as technical as them. It's more about the way we play. We play a lot with a lot of passion, a lot of fire. To me, that was always very important. But it's so good to have those two things in the same night. You know, they have the technical thing they're doing is amazing, and then Soulfly comes in is a little bit more loose, a little bit more relaxed, but both it just works amazing, and I want to continue doing package. I hope I can do the Cavalera tour. That's what I'm hoping next for the summer, because Psychosis, we haven't toured for that yet.
I know. You were doing like Nail Bomb when it came out.
People really love that record. People love Psychosis.
It was brutal.
People want to see that live. So I hope I can hopefully get to do a kind of package with Cavalera for the summer and get back on the road. And then Soulfly comes out probably August or September.
Ooh, my birthday month.
Yeah, it's been mixed right now, and we're just doing the final artwork settings and stuff like that. And yeah, it's great. I'm hoping for good things for this one. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and because what I was always curious about is you're a very prolific artist. You know, like so many albums with Soulfly. This is what, like the 11th album or so. Does it get a little bit easier with each album, or is every record just a completely different experience?
No, it doesn't get easier. It gets harder because you need more ideas, you know, and like original names and stuff like that. Especially when it's like the thing I was trying to do with the new record, like create another tribal song that is as good, as powerful as Roots or Prophecy or Primitive, you know, which are big songs. Very difficult. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of trying, and I wasn't there yet. Josh is like, yeah, it's okay, but it doesn't have it yet, you know, and we kept going back and forth until finally when we hit that moment, we were just like, yes, we got it. You know, this is it. This is exactly, Josh told me when he finished the record, this is the Soulfly record that he wanted to hear as a fan, you know, and I thought that was really cool for a producer to say that, because he's also a fan of my stuff, you know, so.
That's got to be an awesome feeling.
Yeah, it was great that we got to do that, and we got to do other stuff that was really cool too. There's a song called Feedback that's like the last track of the record. That's a bit like a Motorhead song. Sounds kind of like Ace of Spades,
really,
like High on Fire meets Motorhead, and the song's all about living in, you know, this life, the road life.
Interesting.
And there's a great line I came up with it. I thought we laughed so hard when we first did it, but then became part of the song in a serious way. But it's it's like a vanishing point of the blacktop. Shithole venue smells like rot. And I think everybody can relate to that.
Trust me.
Every artist, everybody that we know has been to a shit venue that smells like rot. And when you just pull in the venue and you just smells the death in the air.
It was like that here recently when Watain came here.
Right? You know, so it's like, it was so fun doing stuff like that. And the chorus is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a fucking regret. You know, meaning like everything we've done, with the good and the bad, there's no regret. You know, I wouldn't done anything different. You know, it's life. It's how it is. It's like full of good stuff and full of shitty stuff, but you deal with it.
Exactly.
You know, just deal with it, and that's part of life. That's life hits you, and you make your move. You know, make survive somehow, man, you know, like find a way. And I think being on this thing for like 30 years or so we survived grunge, you know, we survive all different kinds of stuff, like different trends and stuff, and always carry on with the metal, you know. I'm proud of that, man. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and you can't have the good times without the bad times, you know.
Right. The Sepultura split up, all that bad stuff, man, but you know what? It gave birth to great stuff like Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, Killer Be Kill. That probably I wouldn't have it, that many bands, if I was just still with Sepultura. So it's great, you know. It's like like I said, no regrets at all, man. You know, it's like it's life, you know. And I'm glad we did that song. So it's cool, and I love the name Feedback, because that's what you hear every night. You know?
Right.
Tons of feedback. I love feedback.
Whether it's feedback in the amps or feedback from assholes.
My roadie actually bought me one of those noise gate pedals to get rid of feedback, and I had to put that in the box. I'm not using that shit. I ain't touching that. I like feedback. I like my feedback.
We love it too.
Right
we
on,
love
man.
it too. Well, Max, I want to thank you so much for your time again. It's
Thanks,
great to
brother.
see you again. Everybody, we are back with the one and only Max Cavalera. New Soulfly coming very soon. This is Alex from Heavy New York, and we will see you next time.